Don't pay school fees for your child. Don't pay school fees for your child. Pay attention to him instead. Pay attention to her instead. Many children are going through a lot of struggles within their family. Many children long for the time when they will break free from the care and administration of their parents. Many children resent their parents. They look forward to the time when they will break loose, when they will finally say it is over. That is when maybe they have cleared with the secondary high school education. That is when maybe they have cleared with the university. And most of these children who have been struggling to remain within the confines of their parents, it is worth noting that they have really been struggling. They are children who have been chained one way or the other. The parents felt like the only responsibility was to pay school fees, to pay for their upkeep, paying the rent, paying for tuition, etc., etc. And it came to a point where the parents went home, or rather slept satisfied, feeling that they have accomplished their responsibility. Fellow parent, there are things that your child may have needed more than the school fees. There are things that there is only one thing that your child may have needed more than the school fees, more than the gadgets that you may have bought him or her, the laptop, the phone, name them, all those accessories, all those items that many young people need. You may have fulfilled them accordingly. But there is one thing that your child yearned, and that yearned from you, and that is the attention. Your child thirsted for attention. Your child longed for attention from you. Your child longed for a pat on the shoulder. Your child longed to hear from you a compliment and not a rebuke. Your child desired that you'd sit with him, with her, and just go through his performance, through his transcript, and just say that this is good performance, my son, my daughter. This is a good record, and I am satisfied with it. Your child longed to hear a word of encouragement, to tell him or her that, great, you are a wonderful child. But all that most of our children hear are reprimand, rebuke, and even going to the extent of disapproving them. How often have we, without any emotion, without any feeling, disapproved our children, even going to the extent of saying, is this all that you could bring after me paying all that amount of money? Is this all that you could really earn, or you could actually kind of get after me going through all the hardships of having to pay your school fees, feeding you, paying your rent? We, the parents, sometimes lose our children by our own doing. And it will be very important sometimes also to consider how best can we undo. I pity the modern day generation. If they're not being destroyed by their own parents, they're being destroyed by the teachers. At home, the mother sees a worthless, not deserving, substandard, not measuring to task kind of a child. At school, the teachers see an object. That's the reason why many teachers will breathe all manner of words, ranging from insults that cannot be repeated even on social media, to insults and aggression, and even the manner of punishment that is meted on these children. It breaks them emotionally. It reduces their self-worth, their self-esteem. And therefore the child of today is under threat. And until the Parents Teachers Association come up with the modality of the minimum requirements, regulations as to how our children should be managed at home, as to how our children should be managed at school, we will end up yielding, we will end up realizing a generation that is so broken that any time it's given a responsibility, be it even as a manager, a supervisor, wherever that child will work much later after finishing school, he will be venting out his or her frustration on his or her fellow colleagues. No wonder we have a generation of workforce that is violent. Many times we have watched and witnessed the violence that the police met on innocent people, on the public, on the children in demonstration, and you wonder, these police officers are heartless, they are ruthless. It is what our institutions made them. What do you expect of a child who was traumatized by the parents back at home? He was traumatized by the school administration, and one day he gets to the position of becoming a police officer who has live ammunition, who now has command at the pull of a trigger. This police officer can do devastating destruction. And that's the reason why I will never rush or be quick to judge our police officers, to judge the students that we see demonstrating on the road, because the children have been subjected to, they have been subjected into insensitivity, to a certain level of insensitivity that has reduced them to mere beasts, to things. Don't just pay school fees for your child. Pay attention to him. Your child silently screams every evening. Your child silently screams via WhatsApp, through social media. Your child is screaming. Your child is throwing tantrums to attract your attention. And all your child needs is just a word of encouragement. It shall be well, my child. Thank you for this performance. I recognize your effort. All your child and my child need is a pat on the back, a pat on the shoulder, just a hug to say, you're the very best. You are the sweetest person to ever walk my way in life. It shall be well. And therefore, it is important as parents to constantly evaluate what our children could be going through, what our children could be undergoing, either in the hands of their teachers, in the hands of their group, or even in our own hands. Fellow parent, don't just pay the school fees. Don't meet the needs of your child. Pay attention to him. This means more important than anything that you could do to him or to her. I speak as someone who has raised 3 adult children, and therefore I am speaking from experience. I speak as someone who has talked to many parents, to many youths, in regard to the same topic. Many children are going through turmoil. A while back, a young person, 23 years old, because I asked, actually a young lady called me and told me, Mr. Chacha, I want you to call my father and tell him to stop beating my mother every day. I cannot stomach it. I cannot stand it any longer. I am stressed. I am giving up. I'm sending you my father's number and you call him. This kind of conversation, I have had it over and over, and the rate at which children are disintegrating, are breaking up, is really alarming. And there is a need for there to be a national dialogue, a conversation around family matters. Viewer, don't just pay school fees for your child. Pay attention to him. Even in that act of silence from your child, that child is communicating a volume of words. That child is sending powerful high voltage signals crying for help, crying for change. Yes. Pay attention to your child. Pay attention to the family. Otherwise, viewer, thank you for joining me and walking with me in this journey, in this episode. I hope you have enjoyed the conversation, the discussion, the episode. And thanks to all those people who sometimes send me a text message and even call me through WhatsApp to thank me, to congratulate me for the discussion that I'm bringing up. Thank you so much. You give me strength and you even give me the encouragement to proceed. And if you are new in this channel, I request you to subscribe, click the bell, click the like, and let me have a short comment of what you think in line with what I have said. My comment, or rather my words, are not absolute. I could be wrong. What is your story? What is your comment in line to what you do? It is from your comments and even those people who call me that I get the content to talk about, like what I'm talking about. I have realized that it is an issue that cuts across many families. Thank you so much, and God bless you.